We begin with breaking news from St. Clair Shores. That's where police are investigating a shooting that happened a short time ago at a gas station in the area of 9 Mile Road in Harper. Sky Fox video from that scene showing a heavy police presence surrounding an SUV that is parked in one of the driveways of the gas station. Police tape surrounds the vehicle, and we could see several police bullet markers on the ground surrounding that car. So far, there is no information about the condition of the victim or possible arrests. Stay with Fox 2 for updates. Good morning and thanks for being with us on this Friday. I'm Amy Lange.
I'm Brandon Hudson, and this morning we are celebrating Veterans Day as well as several communities in Metro Detroit. This holiday is being observed one day ahead of the actual date, which is November 11th, and that is tomorrow.
That's right. We have several salutes planned over the next hour as we'll salute those who bravely serve our country. And we begin in Farmington Hills. That's where our Robin Murdoch is joining us now live. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Amy and Brandon. We are currently standing outside the Caustic Center here in Farmington Hills, where there is a veterans celebration that is going on right now. This has been a long-standing tradition in this community. It has been going on for some 27 years. And not far from here, there is a weekly tradition that is really starting to get a lot of attention. A 14-year-old musician, the mastermind behind it. This has become a Friday morning staple for 14-year-old Oliver Strickfaden and for the many who join him outside the Farmington Hills Police Department every single week. This week marking his 100th solo sax performance. The fact that it falls on Veterans Day making the moment even more special.
There's not many young people that have that commitment, and we really need more young folks in our country to step up and emulate that.
Oliver's dedication and drive earning him a certificate of appreciation, a small gesture for this 8th grader's actions that have really had a big impact on those who have heard him play. What started off in neighborhoods during the pandemic has proven to be quite poignant.
I played Amazing Grace for an older lady, and she started singing, and she hadn't her family said she hadn't spoken in months. So it just felt fantastic to give back, and I wanted to do something bigger.
That led to a mini concert outside the city offices here in Farmington Hills every Friday morning beginning at 7:15. Rain, snow, or shine, Oliver is shining. The first responders and veterans who took it all in today, truly grateful.
It was just such a beautifully choreographed day. The police department, the fire department, the helicopter that went overhead timed just perfectly when he finished his last note. It's that kind of precision that keeps all of us safe.
And the kind of tribute these men, women, and veterans deserve, not just on this day, but every day for the sacrifices they made and continue to make. Oliver's music and mission, inspiring. Now, Oliver tells me that he has no plans of stopping these weekly performances. It, of course, is meaningful to him and anyone who gets to listen. Nice work, Oliver. We are live in Farmington Hills. I'm Robin Murdoch for Fox 2 News.
And Robin, it is great to see him still out there, still devoting his mornings to this new tradition. And we thank all of our veterans. What a special group of people we are lucky to have.
We certainly are, and I know that you did a story with Oliver when he first started doing this back in, I think it was 2022, when he first began this in October of 2022. So it's really nice to see him kind of continuing things and seeing the crowd get bigger and bigger with each performance. So yeah, just a lot of nice work on his behalf, and it really does mean a lot to so many.
It really does. So great to see. Thanks so much for bringing us that, Robin. We appreciate you.
Well, in other news this Friday, concerns are growing for a missing mother and her 3-year-old daughter. 28-year-old Jordan Wise was last seen on October 28th at Children's Hospital in Detroit. Now, police say that she disappeared with her child after a confrontation with her family. Wise may be experiencing a mental health crisis, and many are concerned about her safety as well as that of her daughter. Now, anyone who knows their whereabouts is asked to call Dearborn Police or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
A man wanted for shoplifting from Target is then targeted by police, and now not only is his car busted, but so is he. Police wanted to get this guy off the streets because he was putting lives and property in danger.
And to think he just wanted to steal some things from Target. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack gives us a look at this reckless behavior that was captured on police dash cam.
What an absolute mess, and it started at Target in Farmington Hills, a whole cart full of stuff he didn't pay for.
They had identified him as somebody who had done this multiple times at this location.
As many as 9 times. 57-year-old Frankie Burton behind the wheel, allegedly doing more than just not stopping for police, smashing into them and driving off. At one point, officers with their guns drawn. Burton still doesn't stop. Farmington Hills Police Chief Jeff King says retail fraud is not something they would typically chase for, but this escalated quickly.
It elevated to a felonious assault with a vehicle. At that point, we couldn't tolerate that anymore. We were going to pursue.
Chief says Burton was going 100 miles per hour at times. 9 Mile, Greenfield, ending up on 8 Mile in Detroit. In total, smashing into 4 cars, one with an infant inside who was okay. It ended, kind of, when officers used what's called a pit maneuver to get him to stop. He didn't get very far.
That's stupid. Yeah, man, that was dumb. That was dumb as man.
An accused criminal with a conscience and allegedly crack on him.
And I apologize to the city. That was dumb. That was dumb.
He told officers all he had to do was stop, and he was right. This isn't a good look for Burton, who already has more than a half-dozen felonies on his record.
This is a growing trend that is extremely concerning to all law enforcement officers, and it should be for the community also.
Chief says this is the 5th chase their officers have been involved in just this week, calling for the Michigan legislature to add an enhancer when you run from police, similar to the felony firearm charge when you use a gun while committing a felony.
Individual that's willing to use a firearm to endanger not only themselves, law enforcement, but the community. There's a very there's a significant parallel with this.
That was Jessica Dupnack reporting. Burton racked up 4 felonies, and it received a $25,000 cash bond, no 10%.
We need help. We need help. Or 31 or minute, we need help. We need some help up here on the 2nd floor of the bedroom. We're going hands-on.
2 Armada police officers hurt in the line of duty while serving a court-ordered mental health check. The chaos unfolding at a home on Fulton Street. When officers went upstairs, the suspect allegedly picked up one of them and threw the officer back down. Fox 2's Scott Wolchuk has more on the violent encounter.
We need help. We need help. Or 31 or minute, we need help.
A frantic call for backup from Armada police officers.
We need some help up here on the 2nd floor of the bedroom. We're going hands-on.
Leaving one police officer with a fractured spine, broken ribs, busted nose, and the other officer bruised up.
We're going to need a couple ambulances.
Armada Police Chief Richard Marley wouldn't go on camera, but did provide details on what happened. He says Wednesday evening, 2 Armada officers were dispatched here to a home on Fulton to serve a court order for a mental health assessment. Chief Marley said the officers were told the suspect was nonviolent. However, upon arrival, the man refused to come downstairs to the door. The chief said when his officers went upstairs, the suspect physically picked up one of the the officers and threw him over the railing down the stairs.
Not hurt her, but we're hurting.
As support was on the way,
who's my next closest car to Armada?
Chief Marley says the second officer struggled with the suspect, receiving injuries and bruises in the process. He was able to pepper spray the suspect before backup arrived. With the help of state police, an arrest was made, and Chief Marley says both officers will recover and are able to move. The suspect is in Macomb County Jail awaiting any type of charges. If there's an arraignment later this week or early next week, we will be there and keep you updated as we learn more about this situation. Reporting in Armada, Scott Walchek, Fox 2 News.